and get back to you. I said, then hung up. I sat at my kitchen table staring out at the lake. Elaine placed a cup of coffee in front of me. What are you thinking? I'm thinking they're finding out exactly what Imworth. Over the next 3 days, the calls increased. Graham, Diane, even Justin Bayou, who was still on the board. The tenant portal was down. The maintenance scheduling system was throwing errors. The automatic payment processing had failed, affecting thousands of residents. He didn't respond to any of them on day 4. An email arrived from Devlin Systems, a regional competitor to Veltriath. He managed fewer properties, but had been expanding rapidly. The email was from their director of technology, Lawrence Devlin himself. Victor, I heard about your situation at Veltria. We've always admired your work from afar. Would you be interested in discussing opportunities with us? We're looking to upgrade our entire property management infrastructure, I replied, and set up a meeting for the following day. That evening, as Elaine and I were preparing dinner, my doorbell rang. Graham Vickers stood on my porch, his designer glasses slightly askew, his normally immaculate suit wrinkled. Victor, the first, apologized for dropping by unannounced, but we have an emergency situation. The entire system is down. Nothing is working. The team can't figure out what's wrong or how to fix it. I leaned against the door frame. That sounds serious. It is. We need your help. The board has authorized me to offer you a substantial consulting fee, $500 per hour, whatever it takes. I thought about the cardboard bushing in my garage, 18 years of work reduced to a few mementos. I thought about nothing personal, just cost cutting. I thought about the documentation team. They'd never approved. I'm sorry to hear about her troubles, I said quietly, but I have an interview tomorrow. Something will turn up just like I thought. I closed the door on his stunned face and went back to making dinner. For the first time since my termination, I felt a sense of peace wash over me. Not satisfaction, not indication, just clarity. I wasn't going to help them fix what they'd broken. The interview with Lawrence Devlin went better than expected. We met at a coffee shop in downtown Rochester, away from both companies' offices. I've followed your work for years, Lawrence said, stirring his coffee. That integrated property management system you built at Veltria is legendary in our industry. Nobody else has anything close to it. Thank you, I said. It took time. That's what I want to talk about. Time. We're looking to build something similar, but we don't want to start from scratch. We need someone. We can get 3 junior engineers for your salary. He smirked during my termination meeting. Nothing personal, just cost cutting. My name is Victor Hale, 55 years old, lead systems engineer at Veltria Housing for 18 years. I'd built their entire infrastructure from scratch, architected every expansion, kept everything running so smoothly that the executives forgot how much the company depended on me until they decided they could afford me anymore. I sat across from Graham Vickers, the new chief technology officer who'd been with the company for all of 6 months. He was 42, wore designer glasses, and had an MBA from Cornell. He'd been brought in to modernize operations, which apparently meant cutting the most experienced staff first. The severance package is generous, said Diane from Human Resources, sliding a folder across the table. 2 months salary plus your acred vacation time. And nodded, took the folder and said, thank you. Is that all you have to say? Graham looked almost disappointed. Maybe he'd expected me to argue or threaten legal action, give him something to tell the board about how difficult I was being. What would you like me to say? Most people in your position have a questions, concerns. I shrugged. Seems pretty straightforward to me. Graham exchanged glances with Diane, who looked equally perplexed by my calm. What they didn't understand was that I wasn't calm. I was just done.